Very interesting.
Давай.
Sit down, bro.
Вики, не. Вики. 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 Вики нельзя. Вики нельзя. Я кому кажу нельзя? Ти мене чуєш? Ти мене взагалі чуєш, кізла?
Вікуля. Вікуся.
Чуть миску котові собі на голову не вирішила.
Вікуля.
Что сделала? Сама тобі замість баби.
Put it away. Looks claustrophobic. That was a good one. I can testify and say that was a good one. 92, 99, 90, 89, 91. This one is basically whatever. Very low, kind of very low.
An introduction. I'm actually on the road, running late as per usual. If you want to know how my day's going, then you can relate to it. Maybe I've chipped my tooth today. I have been late for everything. I've forgotten my microphone. I've forgotten my chargers.
Oh.
Literally, nothing's gone right.
Голубчики
Цей хліб завалив?
забувся.
Інвестор.
А де ти його взяв? Це не твій хліб, Сашко! Хліб стоїть осуто в хлібниці. От ти що стався? Всі остальні твої бутерброди. Так що в тебе активний сильно великий. Да. Ні, положи його, мати сама він що робить. І принеси ще одну салфетку. Того, що я й так спішила. Та там є хліб.
Нема.
Ти що, з'їв? На, Вікі. Вікі. Дивись на мене. Блін.
Wow.
Trip hazard. Not going to count my chickens before they hatch. That's the phrase. There it is there, right there. Let me tell you, you're wrong. It's better than that. It's better than that. The tuning has been done. We're now going to jump in the car and I'm going to get back to the scrapyard this afternoon. I actually managed to get them all enough. I had to change a few things around, get some people to cover for me. We've got a few things I want to go through. This is Tuesday. I don't know if I already said that. Yeah, we're going to do an everyday thing now, guys, so you're stuck with me. Got to pick up a new SIM card because every week I'm going for SIM cards like they're paper, so. Another 15 quid. Just went into Sainsbury's and copped some Electricity Cuckoo Ray Design. Honestly, they're like big Watsits with no flavour, but I just can't beat them. You can put my microphone dry. I can eat more than 6 of these in a minute. There it is inside. Yeah, it was an alright day. We bought 50 cars so far. We've got a few to go, so maybe get a couple more at the end. But other than that, pretty standard auction. Sandwich in Rochford today. Just having a look at this BMW here. Potential project opportunity. M140i. I know I've been saying a lot, I want to do one. And I've just found a bumper online here. Because I know I said before I don't want to do second-hand parts, but when you're looking at genuine parts like this bumper here, she shot straight at my car with no damage. It's a bit of a no-brainer, especially when it's £195 painted, ready to go. So sometimes it's about weighing up your options and going for the more sensible priced option rather than going full dealership, all new parts, blah blah blah. It's a little front bumper, headlight, wing job, maybe some damage under here to some brackets and other stuff. Then you obviously got suspension damage to this front wheel here, and then suspension damage to the back wheel here. I'm not sure what the undercarriage is going to be like, but I just assume that it'll be suspension arms, judging by the way it's sitting, as the wheel is still attached, and that wheel is still attached as well. Maybe see an M140i on the series very soon. So I'm in the process of looking for a quad. I've just found this Honda TRX 400 road legal quad, which is, it's a nice quad, and for £5,000 I think I'll be able to get a bit off that. Not too bad. So anyway, I'm reading through the description, all coming good, and then I've spotted this. Would swap for a classic Mini or a 205 GTI. And I just sold one. Oh, obviously the 205 GTI I had was not in that great condition. But this guy says here, selling due to another project and don't have any time. So he clearly likes his project. I could have flogged in that 205 and exchanged it for the quad of my dream. Oh, and that, my friends, is why patience is the most important virtue out there. Because if I had waited and spotted this now, I could have been driving around in a Honda. Oh. But yes, my friends, I have just finished the auction. It is 4 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon. Got a couple more jobs to do, then I'm going home. Pretty standard day. I thought I'd change the format a little bit just because the yard stuff is great and it's not just all of my life. And one day in the scrapyard doesn't really give you an insight into what actually goes on. So I thought I'd make this more in-depth series where it's sort of a fly on the wall with me throughout the week. You see what really goes on and what I'm up to outside of the day in the scrapyard video. Also including the scrapyard video within this one. So we actually bought 51 cars, which was a split between 20 at Sandwich and 31 at Rochford. So our driver Tony's going to be very, very busy over the next 2 days collecting those, and hopefully Sandwich deliver to us hopefully Sam would catch up with the deliveries and get them out to us very, very soon. Hopefully I can get down to Copart soon and actually go for a tour in one of their yards. I did speak to one of the managers from there, and he said yes, it's definitely something we'd be interested in doing. They just need to run it past all the health and safety, HR and media team before I go in there and do it. I see a lot of people in America do it because the laws are a little bit different and they're a little bit more relaxed on health and safety stuff out there. Do what Lamborghinis, Ferraris have got. Obviously in the UK, we're a bit sparse on the Lamborghini and Ferrari front, but there are still a few out there. There's actually a McLaren on Copart at the moment. There's one on IA as well. So it'd be nice to go down there and have a little look at some of the lots for you guys. So hopefully that comes in the future. It's Wednesday now. I've actually been in the yard all morning. Had a couple of things to sort out, a few more broken machines. You know the score. But I've actually now got to nip to the bank to pay in a cheque because I'm just trying to round some money up and chase some money so that I can get as much in the bank this Friday as possible. But yeah, so there is Tony's lorry there. He's just come and got some cars dropped off. I think he's been to Rochford this morning. I bought 31 at Rochford yesterday, so he'll be back over there this afternoon. But yeah, it's all things go at Ace. It's pretty good. Everybody's happy. I've got to be as quick as I can, so I'll get back in time for 12 o'clock auction. And then today, I know we didn't get out in the yard yesterday. I will get you out in the yard this afternoon. Just got to Luton. I just got sent through the new Young Fume tune. I'll play a little bit of fire. My guy just told me, said he's low again. And I'ma help him out, 'cause that's my dog, and I ain't talking no Doberman. I'm slow again. Anyway, can't release too much, that's enough of that. Yes, my friends, the auction has just been completed. That was a stressful one. I had Kowalchuk and Sandy this afternoon, and I actually made a little purchase for a rebuild on the channel, which you guys are anticipating and waiting for, and I'm looking forward to do. So I'm not going to show you too much. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek now, just before. And that's what you're getting. But the car will be delivered Friday, so see me in a couple minutes, probably a couple, 10 minutes, whenever it is Friday comes, and you can see me take delivery of the car, have a little look around it and get my first impressions. So anyway, onto the subject of cars. Today I bought 42 cars, 18 of which are Colchester, and then the rest at Sandy. And then obviously 43 cars if you include that one there, that nice little weapon in front of me. And it's 4:45, just as the yard's about to shut. Thought I'd jump outside and give you guys a little bit of an update. I've been a bit absent on the camera today for the last couple of days. It's been a bit difficult. I've been busy and I haven't had much time to film. But hopefully tomorrow and Friday I'll be more active in the yard and I can get a bit more content out to you guys. But you know how it is when you're trying to work. This isn't ideal. So the kicker is still down. We're waiting for a valve block to come through. It was supposed to be here Friday last week, but it still hasn't arrived. And they said now it's not going to be here till next Friday. So try and squeeze a bit of compensation out of them or something, because that is just not ideal. We're not at work. But we have been pulling dashes out with the centre boggin and making the best of the situation, because that's what you got to do, adapt and overcome problems. We've still got plenty of wire to cut through, plenty of cars over there. Centre boggin obviously busy. That was down the other day. It had a water pipe going, and the wiring in the seat has also gone as well. But we've done that. We gave it a little clean, and she's back up and running now, all back to work and sorted. The Fuchs was making a little bit of oil, so we're still trying to diagnose that. We think there's an oil leak in one of the rams. Maybe the ram is bent, but we're not too sure. We haven't had time to diagnose that because that's been flat out while the centre boggin's been out. And then the Lee Bear over there, we've actually sold now, and we're getting a new one, which is going to be delivered next week. But this lorry is loaded up, ready to go out tomorrow. It's got shearing in there now. We've been shearing all afternoon, and you can see some of it right down the back, maybe not, and then there's plenty of material to shear there. We've been absolutely flat out with the scrap metal side of things. And then as you can see here, yeah, we've got plenty of cars to depollude. It's been a bit of a slow start to the week, obviously, because we've had that machine down. We actually had to service the baler as well, service the centre boggin, so we've had a lot going on, but we're trying to push now, get as much out for the end of the week as possible, and try and get some money back in the bank, because we've got so much material sitting around here, it's not ideal. What we can do, you've got to move forward with the times. And then I don't know if you see over the back there, just right out there, that is some alley there. We've got a load booked out there, and we've actually booked another load for the future, just because the price is high at the moment, and we feel like it's better to hedge on this price than to wait and see if the price increases or drops. But I can't see it increasing, it's pretty high at the moment. And then down there we've got a couple bins of some non-ferrous that we've extracted from the pile over there, which is what we do. We skim through the stuff that firms drop off, we go through it, and then we send it into the metal shed, which is back behind there. And then that gets sorted, and then we process that obviously separately, just to try and squeeze as much profit out of the material as possible. It's been a bit of a difficult couple of weeks. Obviously, I didn't get out to you last week because I was Ramo, I was busy, and I had a couple of things going on over the weekend which didn't make it feasible to film. As I said, I bought a new car for a rebuild project, and I'm hopefully buying another one tomorrow. Very, very exciting, very, very exciting times. We have 2 new rebuilds on the channel. We've definitely got 1 secured, which is fantastic. Just time to wash everything down. Got to make sure the yard is tidy. We've got 2 cars on the ramps ready to deep tomorrow. We've got 2 cars there. We've got plenty through here. Got plenty out the back. I'll get out the back a little bit later on this week. For a couple of weeks I've had this stinky smell in the office, and it's got worse and worse and worse. So today I said, right, we need to get to the bottom of it. We pulled the fridge out in the kitchen, and there was a dead rat under there. And I'm talking, it was like 10 or 11 inches long from tail to head. It was huge. People just pulled up at home. I've actually got a video to edit tonight. I should have a video coming out tomorrow, so this Wednesday. So a video releasing Thursday, which, if you haven't watched, go and watch now, which is the tuning of my truck, which I'm driving at the moment. So go and watch that. Yeah, I'll try and separate it, try and keep my sleeping pattern, because recently I haven't been sleeping very well. But like, I'll film a video at work, or film a video at work as well, obviously when I'm at work, and then come home. It's hard to switch off because I've got to edit videos. It is important to enjoy the little things in life and just, yeah, spend a bit more time with family. I'm guilty of just overworking myself and pushing myself into the ground because I feel drained at the moment. So that was why I took a little bit off last week, because I was just so drained, and I just wanted to catch up with myself really, and just enjoying things again. So that's why I've decided to go like this, a bit more personal, a bit more of the ins and outs of my life, not just describe the side of things, but everything else that goes with it. I'm gonna head inside and cracking this video. Good morning, people. It's Thursday morning at Ace Car Breakers, and today is a Halloween. The duff is getting wrapped, getting an Ace Car Breakers print put on the side of that bad boy there. The lorry's not actually ready to go out yet. There's a few issues with it, still overheating, so we need to work out why. There's a few potential problems, but anyway, I'm not going to say anything until it's diagnosed. But yeah, that'll be done later, so I'll come out a little bit later and show you how she looks after a wrap. I imagine it'll look a little something like that one over there, not the blue one, the white one. She's got a new Renault there. Nice, nice, nice. And that's my van. That's my old van. I used to drive this van, the Ace Tyres van, 61 plate. Of course, she was a van. Funny little story. I've actually crashed that van 3 times, and it's the only 3 crashes I've ever had, and they've all been in that van. So I don't know whether it's good luck for me or bad luck. I'd say bad for sure. Just out in the yard. It's the afternoon. Just showing you the current situation with the motors and the starters and alternators. Ramo full, cast is full, brake is full, and then Ali, that's the second load of the week, ready to go out. I'm not sure if we put that out yet. And then there's a bit of stainless in the bin. We've got a lot of material sat around, and I had this delivered this week, which was I thought was scrap, but it was just a bit too good to throw away, so we've decided to put it to one side just in case we find another use to it. That is our old forklift, the Heister. That has now been sold, or I think it's up for sale actually. It hasn't been sold yet. The sale actually fell through, so I think we have got a buyer for it though. So it's just it's a difficult year this year. It's like all of our finances are coming to an end, and we're getting rid of a few machines, so we're just sort of turning over and buying some new stuff. Obviously here is the picker machine, which is out of action until next week because we ordered the valve block. That obviously doesn't come. But yeah, it's just a shame like this sat around here. Just losing money left, right and centre, because obviously we're pulling out as much as we can with the other machine, but it's just not the same as that. It's just not getting the same amount of wire, aluminium and other bits off the car. Yeah, there's actually a fella who is close to us who can actually make a valve block for £400, and the valve block is actually £2,000 from Komatsu, so we've got him to make us one as well as buying one from Komatsu just in case it doesn't work. But he might be able to do that for us a little bit faster, maybe get to us Monday if he cracks on with it, but obviously, as you know, nothing's guaranteed in business, so you just got to take it as it comes. That is our Liebe. She's going, she's done a good shift, the old girl. Been here for, I think, 6 years now. No, 8 years actually. And yeah, it's time to say goodbye. I'm just looking at the lorry now, which has been wrapped. It looks quite nice. It's not been done by the same people that do ours usually, so the colouring is a little bit different on the front. And this is printed vinyl, and we usually get cut vinyl, something like that. I'm not sure on it, but this is printed vinyl. It's not the most amazing finish, I won't lie, but if it's peeling off in 6 weeks, we're giving a fellow a call back and getting him to do it again. But look, better than a blank lorry. Look, it's written up with our company logo, the classic eat, sleep, recycle, repeat. And this lorry's actually got a few issues. It had a water leak, and we just thought it was a pump, but it turns out it might actually be a head gasket gone. But I will find out a bit more about that soon and let you guys know the score of that. Just as I was filming, the Fuchs has decided to break down. The driver come over and said that there is a warning light on the dash which basically says engine oil too low, and then the engine's cut out. So we're just going to diagnose that now. Have a look over it. This was steal of the day. See this? This was dropped off one of our clients, and so we just paid general iron price for it, and it's all copper. So that, all copper everywhere. So what an absolute steal that was. They're the little wins you've got to get in the scrapyard. Yeah, and that's why I love the job. I've just spoken to the fitter, and what he said is when he looked up there, the diesel pump didn't seem to be working, so he hand pumped it, and it started out fine. So I think we need to order a new diesel pump, which I'm going to get on now. We're literally down to one machine at the moment, and it's not ideal, so tough times. So I've just been editing for an hour and a half. Thought I'd have a little break. It's about, what's the time? My watch isn't right. That's a bit of time. It's 5:15. It's going to be a late one tonight because I've still got editing to do. The Wi-Fi here is so much better than the one at home, so it's just going to be easy for me to upload the video. Yeah, this has been a big couple of weeks in the yard. We've had machinery breaking down. We've purchased a lot of new stuff. We spent over £150,000 on machinery, and then we financed the rest of that. So obviously the power hand, that is a £150,000 machine that we've just purchased, which doesn't come till the end of May, start of April. But I'm going to go up there and meet Murray, the executive of the company, and go and have a look at our power hand being manufactured. But what I'm going to be doing whilst I do that, so this is a big call out to any other scrapyards. On the way up there, I'm going to take a week. So from here, the factory's in Scotland. I'm going to do a trip up the country, and I'm going to go into different scrapyards along the way. I'm trying to do 5, one a day. And basically what I want to do is come in, do a video in your yard. You show me around, show me what you're doing. Let me see what you're up to. I'm going to call it the UK Scrapyard Tour. Yeah, I'm just going to film a day in the scrapyard, but I'm going to do it in your yards. And then it just gives me a good insight to see what you guys are up to. And then it's a great opportunity for you guys to publicise your company and get a bit of awareness with my subscriber base. The constantly growing support we're getting. So good opportunity for somebody out of a scrapyard to let me come in and film, and you can showcase what you guys are up to and what you're doing. It's a good opportunity for me to come in and see how other scrapyards work. It gives me insights into how I can improve what I'm up to. So if you do want to participate in the UK Scrapyard Tour, I'm going to be putting a post on my Instagram. So make sure you go on there and comment and tag people. If you know somebody who's got a scrapyard and you think they might be interested in having me around for a day to film the video, let them know. Post will already be live on Instagram by now. So once you've watched this, go onto the Instagram, follow me. And then if you know someone with a scrapyard, tag them, share it that you want, and I can come to your yard. I'm going to be doing that. The dates aren't exact yet, but that will be end of May, start of April. So not far away, about a month's time. So you've got enough time to prepare your yard, get it as clean as possible, because you want it to be clean, because you don't want the EA or the HSE seeing something that they shouldn't. So yeah, you've got plenty of time to get it ready, and I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully I get some messages through, some places to go. And that is a wrap. Video is done and edited. I've answered a few more emails. It is 7:10 and time to go home. Alright, how did the day go? Pretty productive day, got a lot done. Decent. Just got home, and I know some of you sneakerheads out there like to see what I'm buying and what sneakers I'm getting. So the other day, No Two Ways, which is an upcoming brand, dropped a new pair, and I bought them. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them. I'm not sure if I'm my biggest fan, but there's a little bit of profit in the resale. No Two Ways, Sub-Solar. I think it's called like the Moon colourway or something. Not too bad, not my favourite shoes anymore, but yeah, decent. Good morning, it's Friday. What a day to be alive. The beautiful English weather has blessed us with another sunny day. Got my sun cream on, ready to attack the day. Today's a day I'd usually film a day in a scrapyard, but obviously I'm changing the format up now, doing a week in my life, a week in the life of, what am I going to call it? A week in the scrapyard with Henry Arnold, that's what it's going to be called. But there's a lot more to it than just a scrapyard. So yeah, this is the day in the scrapyard day. I'm starting the day off having a look over my Jeep CRD. This is the car I'm using as a donor car for the Citroen Picasso. So the plan with that, what I've come up with so far, is we're going to cut the back of the Citroen Picasso. If you come around here, this CRD is going to stay. I'm going to keep the front end of the CRD from around here. I'm going to cut the back off, cut the whole chassis off, not the chassis, we're going to cut the cab off and just literally pick the top off, leave the pillars in, and then place the Picasso shell on top and then weld it along the front. So it's going to have the back doors, the front doors of the Picasso, it's going to have the back lights of the Picasso, but along the bottom it's going to sit on the Jeep shell. So it's going to look a bit funky, it's going to look a bit different, and it's going to be something you've never seen before. I'm dedicating a Saturday next week to have a go on it, have a day with it. I've got 4 boys coming down, 2 from Kent Smart Repairs, I've got Stuart, and then obviously got me. So we get cracking on a day, see how much progress we can come up with. There's a lot coming on, and it's going to be funny, so make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And yeah, the Picasso is on the back burner, but it's going to happen. Just stick around, because you guys think I weren't going to do it, didn't you? You think I was going to do the Picasso video as a joke, and that was it. But let me tell you, the Picasso is coming along, and she is going to be one motor when she's done. Any chance, mate? The reason I'm actually round here in the mechanic shed is for another reason. But I can't actually tell you that. It's so top secret, even the government haven't got a clue what's going on. Yeah. Don't worry, it's not dodgy. There's no heat lamps or reflective sheets in my shed. It's nothing like that. Nothing what you guys are thinking. We've got a special delivery coming this afternoon, which is the new project car for the channel, so that is going to be exciting too. That'll be in around 45 minutes, that should be here. Oh, it's not 45 minutes in your time, 45 minutes in my time, you know what I mean? And then tomorrow, I've got another special delivery coming, which is something I'm so excited to show you guys, because I've wanted one of these since I was a little kid, and I was thinking about buying something else. We got talked around, and yeah, look, here we are, and it's coming tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow as well, so that'll be Saturday. So yeah, that is gonna be insane, and we'll go out for a little spin in it. So it's got wheels. Tomorrow, whatever you're thinking it's gonna be, let me tell you, you're wrong. It's better than that. It's better than that.
I can do this with my eyes closed. Still got crack, they feeling. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Nina. And I'm still trying to fight my demons. And y'all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the deal. Outside, it's a war going on. Let me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on me.
So people, this is my everyday sort of Friday afternoon after everybody's gone home. Little check around the yard just to make sure that all the machinery is okay. Only a rough look round, just check everything's okay. No flat tyres, no nothing, no big problems. So that Monday morning everybody can go back to work. We're actually working tomorrow. We've got the boys in. They're actually coming to cut wire. So you can see down here what we do. We lay the wire out into separate piles so that, especially during the COVID times, we can have people working at safe distance, socially distanced. And there's plenty of room to work. Because look, this is what I was saying earlier about the because we've got the picker, we've got big thick chunks of steel, iron and plastic here, whereas before we wouldn't have had that because the picker can retrieve the wire without pulling out all of these excess sections. So that's why we've laid it out in a sort of pile like this. You can have one man there, one man there, one man here. So we've got 8 people in tomorrow to cut all this, get us this lovely, lovely fresh wire and lube, which is like gold dust. So everything looks okay.
Grant, I hope you have an amazing day today.
Hey Grant, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Grant! Happy birthday, Uncle G!
Happy 63rd birthday. Thank you so much for all you do for us here at the 10X headquarters.
Happy birthday, Grant. Happy birthday to you. And again, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Grant for president. Come on, let's go, GC. Grant for president.
The baler is now sorted. It was a small little
Grant Cardone has changed my life. You have changed my life completely. Changed my life in so many ways.
What you're doing is changing so many people's lives, and it has changed my life exponentially.
I'm probably going to sound like a little bit of a broken record, but you have completely changed my life. You've changed my life. You gave me the tools I need.
It's transferring to her, but more importantly, that's transferring to our kids.
For an example you set and for pushing us so hard.
Started up, then go around there, and yeah, it just takes a while to process. Here is actually our new forklift we bought. It's a gas forklift. The gas balls on the back last about 8 hours per use. Every 8 hours, one of these has to change. Constant use, give or take a little bit of time. So, if I pass on the camera here, what I've done is because we've had a few issues with a few machines, I put a daily checklist for the drivers so that every time they step into a machine, they have to check oil, water, my mic just fell out, the tyres and the lights before they switch it on, just to make sure that there's no problems. Because what we had is we had a forklift that was the predecessor to this one, that was running on no oil. And one of the men actually said to us, what they were going to do is start the forklift up with no oil and then drive it round to the back of the workshop to get oil for it. So I know that sounds insane, but some people haven't got that sort of understanding of machines and how to look after them. So what we decided to do is replace the forklifts and give them the check sheet so that we know whoever's operating that machine hasn't checked it, and then it's their problem, and then we can obviously issue cautions out like that for misuse of equipment. Yeah, we've got that gas forklift there, and we've actually got a new forklift as well, which is a Lindy, which is slightly better. That's actually got a Volkswagen 1.9 Golf engine in it. You can get around 15 mile an hour at that forklift. Obviously, we don't go that fast because there's a 5 mile an hour speed limit in the yard, but that's what you can get out of it. We've actually got a Range Rover over there which was scrapped the other day. We've got plenty of cars sat around here, as we always do on a Friday. We've got a, there's a Carlton sat around here, here it is. Got an old Carlton, so some of you oldies out there, you might recognise this car back from the day. It's a 2.0, it's the 2 litre CDX version. Not my favourite choice of colour, I mustn't lie. You look inside, it's got that really old look inside the seats. For me, as a kid, I remember getting into my nan's car, and it had a very similar style seat to that. You know, that really soft fabric that they don't tend to use anymore because it doesn't age very well. Here we've got the Vauxhall. I like the wheels on that though. They're quite stylish for the back in the day. Absolutely rammed with cars. Dave's got plenty to crack on with there. He's got a big stack of alloy wheels to get going next week, which, as you know, never ever decreases. A nice set of BMW X6 wheels here we've pulled off. I'm not sure if they've been sold yet, but if they haven't, drop me a message if you want to buy them. Look, do you remember a few months ago, about 2 months ago, I was standing in that yard and saying, just after Christmas, look how clear it is now. As quickly as it's clear, as quickly as it gets filled back up again. So it is rammo again. This whole part of the yard is rammed. But you know what? This is a fantastic problem for us to have if all our machines were operating properly. But obviously the pick is down, which I'll just go around and show you in a second, which is a little bit of an issue. This lead there this is its last weekend at the yard. She's going next week. We've actually bought a new one. When I say new, I mean 3 years newer than that one. That is a 2009. The new one is a 2012. Exactly the same machine, 934, and that comes supposedly ready to go back to work. We've had a little chop and change, so that one goes. We've paid a little bit extra and got the next one in. Whether it does or not, I don't know. Not going to count my chickens before they hatch. That's the phrase. As I said, Ali is ready to go. I did show you yesterday. It's more in there now, ready to go. And that is our new slime written baby.